Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Real Legend of Gaming. We are back with some Clash Royale. Now, if you folks have never been to my channel, we specialize in guides and reviews for your favorite games. And again, we're back with some Clash Royale today, so we will be highlighting on the Ram Rider. We unlocked the card throughout the week, and we had an opportunity to test out several decks in which I have to admit the Ram Rider fits in very many archetypes. But the deck that I decided to go with is one that I used personally about a month or two ago. You guys did see a couple videos for this deck. I had about 65% win rate with it. It was pretty solid and it worked very well for me. So in this video today, we're going to go over that deck. We made a couple of changes based off the meta, and we're going to show you how it does against matches in the ladder right now. So let's check it out. Alright folks, so the deck that we'll be using in this video today consists of the Knight, the Pekka, the Ram Rider, the Baby Dragon, the Mega Minion, the Cannon, the Barbarian Barrel, and the Fireball. Reasoning behind these cards, I'll keep it very simple because I want to show you the gameplay. You need the Knight to counter against the Elite Barbarians and also against the Rascals, right? Because they're all popping up again in the meta. You need your Pekka to counter against the Golems and the Mega Knights. You're not really seeing that many Giants anymore, but mainly the Mega Knights, right, is making a huge return in the meta. And also you got the 3 Musketeer decks, right? So between the Fireball and the Pekka, that should be able to help you defend against it. It also helps you with the Fireball defending against the Elixir Collector. The Ram Rider, again, fits well in most archetypes, does really well with the crowd control, and also does really well against the Hog Rider, believe it or not. Then you have the Baby Dragon, which you need, right? Because you're seeing a lot of the 3 Musketeer Minion Horde decks. You need the Baby Dragon in your deck to counter against those Minion Hordes. Then you have the Mega Mini, which I think does a very good job against the minor decks. It gives you a fast air cycling unit that can attack and do great damage. And it also can help you against a Hog Rider in an event that you can't cycle to your Barbarian Barrel or your Cannon. Then you got the Barbarian Barrel, which is really the replacement for Log nowadays. It's just the best option. You need it in every deck, in my personal opinion, because you have that crowd control aspect. Then you're also able to easily throw down a Barbarian Barrel to take out one of the splash units attacking behind the tank. So it gives you that advantage to act like a silent assassin and take out the damage dealing unit. Then you have the Cannon, which is going to help you against the Hog Riders. It's going to help you against, other charging units. And again, it could be a last resort when using against a balloon, because it will target its direction and buy a little more time to bring out the Mega Minion or the Baby Dragon. And then the Fireball, you guys already know, one of the best spells in the game. Alright, so let's get into this replay. Alright, cool folks, so here goes our first replay against Arzu Lovers from Ultra's Bombers. Now in this match here, we're going to be going up against a deck that has a Hog Rider, it has minions, a Furnace, a Valkyrie, and a Giant. So I like to play the Baby Dragon as my main tank and also as my leading unit, because most of the times if you're not defending against that Baby Dragon, it's going to get good chip damage against the tower. So they throw down the Valkyrie, we use our Mega Minion again, gives us support from the top, we take out the minions. Now the only thing that we need to worry about is that Wizard. And believe me, you got to worry about the Wizard. It's one of those units that just happens to stay lingering around even after you hit it with a spell or something. So there, right there, we got the Knight, able to take out the Wizard, and check out the Ram Rider, how she just stuns the Hog Rider, allowing my Knight to be able to do damage against it. Then we'll sneak in the Barbarian Barrel so it could tank a little bit for the Knight, and we'll bring out the Baby Dragon since we had the Knight tanking for it as well. So the Lumberjack did take away the Baby Dragon's attention, but the Baby Dragon's still going to get some splash damage done against the tower, and we're going to use the Fireball to hit the Furnace in the tower as well. So now we're back, we're cycling back our Elixir, and we're just waiting for the opportunity to, right now we want to defend, but once that double Elixir time kicks in, we're going to use our Pekka. Alright, so I really recommend using the Pekka only when you see like a Mega Knight, 3 Musketeers, or even Elite Barbarians, or a high expensive unit, maybe even like a Golem. But if you don't need to use it, try to wait to double Elixir time, because you could cycle very well with the other units in his deck. So right there, we were able to sneak in the Ram Rider. We drop down the Cannon to kite away the Lumberjack. And as you see here, the deck defends against everything very well. You're going to be controlling the pace of the match. And now that it's double Elixir time, you can easily drop down the Pekka and create a push. So right now they drop down their giant. We already know that we have the advantage there, but we got to be worrying about one, the wizard, and the Valkyrie. And also the furnace is going to be doing chip damage. So they're right there. They drop down a minion. So we'll bring out our baby dragon to be able to attack them. And now we're going to do a push with the Pekka, Ram Rider, baby dragon, barbarian barrel, and the mega minion. So right there, the Ram Rider gets right in because she has enough space to maneuver and has enough cards taking attention away from the opponent. And then look, she's still getting hits in. So again, she fits very perfect in this deck because she's going to be able to function like a battle ram and also function like a hog rider in a sense. So it helps also support your Pekka because you're going to be able to use the lasso to stun some units and clear out the path. So again, that's one way to use the deck. I'll show you another replay as well. All right, so this replay here is against a level 13 tower. I know that sometimes that is something that's looked at in videos. So this is an even level opponent. This is Javi-san from Latino Royale. In this deck here, they have the Witch and they have Elite Barbarian. So cards that you really need to pay attention to because you know the Witch can really withstand a long duration with her HP. Then you also got the Mega Knight, which, you know, can really do some good work against your, you know, ground units. So right there, we'll use our Fireball because one, we want to get rid of the Witch. And if we could do damage to the tower as well, it works out. And they also have the Bomber, right? Which is actually a pretty good card, right? It's underrated. I think that it's going to, at one point, become viable. I don't know when. But the Bomber is a great card because of the damage it does from a distance. So right there, we try to get the Ram Rider in. It just didn't work out because of the Skellies. So we'll use our Knight there to kite a little bit. So you see how the Witch is still alive, man. She can withstand very good value for 5 elixir now, which is something we couldn't say last year, right, in Clash Royale. All right, so now we got the Mega Minion just slowly approaching. All right, we're going to wait a bit. Right, we'll let our count build up. And you know my go-to move is going with that baby dragon. All right, there we go, baby dragon. Let's go. All right, the Witch again. So we're going to sneak in the Ram Rider because we know that the baby dragon can help with clearing out the Skellies. And even with the Mega Knight dropping on top of the Ram Rider, which I want to point out, the Ram Rider is only level 1, we're still able to do damage with the tower and withstand a drop from the Mega Knight. So that was pretty impressive to me. Now we use the Knight there to get the Mega Knight out. Right, battle of the real Knight, right? Now we bring out the baby dragon again. And we're going to sneak in the Ram Rider. Ram Rider is going to be able to do damage because, one, we got the Fireball to push back the units. And we got the baby dragon supporting. And now, bang, right there. They drop down the Mega Knight, but at this point it's a little too late because we got 30 seconds left and we're going to play our Pekka. So this Mega Knight's not going to withstand a chance. So there you go. It goes drops. We're shutting it down with the Pekka and the Mega Minion. This match is ours to win. We just got to ride it out for another 15 seconds and make sure we don't make any mistakes. So there we go. Bring in the Ram Rider. Now notice I used the Barbarian Barrel on the Witch. That's the flexibility you have with the Barbarian Barrel. So now they sneak in the Bandit and the Elite Barbarians. That could have been a very scary moment, but we were able to give ourselves enough momentum in this match to win it quickly enough, all right? So that's pretty much it, folks. That is the deck. As always, I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me throughout the year. I hope that everyone has a prosperous and healthy new year. And we're going to be doing a lot of big things on the channel. We're going to have fun, man. I'm telling you, I got all these great ideas. And I just unlocked Leon in Brawl Stars. So I got a legendary. We're going to be kicking some butt. All right. So other than that, peace out.